So now we're going to talk about what is standard form and what is factored form. So we have x squared plus 4x plus 3. It's written in standard form. So here are some other examples of standard form. We have x squared minus 1. We have x squared plus 9x. We have 1/2 x squared, 4x squared minus 2x plus 5, negative 3x squared minus x plus 6, and 1 minus x squared. So here is standard form. So standard form is just ax squared plus bx plus c. And then where a, b, and c are real numbers. So now what we're going to do is look at other forms. So this is not in standard form. We have 2x times, or 2x plus 3 times x. And then here we have x plus 1 times x minus 1. Here we have 3 parentheses x minus 2 squared plus 1. Here we have negative 4 times x squared plus x plus 1. And then here we have x squared plus 8 times negative x plus 5. So these numbers are not written in standard form. So we're going to look at what is called factored form. So I'm going to show you examples of factored form. This is an example of factored form. This is also an example of factored form. And this is factored form. So these three are factored form. This is an example of vertex form, which we'll learn about later. It's not the focus of this lesson. And this just has negative 4 times the coefficients of the x squared and the coefficient of x. So this is just, you could distribute this and put it in standard form. So we're just going to cross that out. Now, factored form would look like this. You would have ax plus b, and then times another, let's call it maybe c times x plus d, where your x's are going to be multiplied by each other to make an x squared term, but it's written in parentheses. So this is, again, the factored form. And we're going to learn standard form is useful for finding, let's say, y-intercepts, and factored form is useful for finding, say, x-intercepts or zeros. Now, the rules here are A, B, C, and D are real numbers. And there's also an additional constraint. A and C can't equal 0 because we need the x numbers to both be there in order to make a quadratic equation. So I could also put with A and C not equal to 0. So here we talked about standard form. Some characteristics are you have the x squared term. So you can recognize standard form if it looks like this. You have x squared, then x, and then plus c. Typically, mathematicians will order them too, with exponents from the highest power to the lowest power, because this is x to the second power. This is x to the first power. This is really x to the 0 power, but you don't see it. And then factored form looks like this, where you multiply your two x's. So why this is called factored form, the ax plus b and the cx plus d, these are factors of the standard form. Or things that you would multiply together to make standard form. So again, ax squared plus bx plus c is standard form, and expressions like this are factored form.